Hello, hello, hello. You're returning to another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic. Good coaching is so hard to find. Look. Guys, now, if you guys were watching football last night, you saw the Rams lose a game to an injury-depleted 49ers team. And when I mean injury-depleted, I mean they were missing players all over the field. But there's two things that they did that allowed them to win that game. The coaching stepped up. The defense stepped up. Those two things stepped up. And I know some people will be like, oh, why are you talking about Mac Jones? That's what I'm talking about coaching. Mac Jones, for all intents and purposes, was looked at as a bust. Just like Sam Darnold and others before him. Just like Baker Mayfield. He comes into the game, right, and goes absolutely bananas from the field, right? 33 of 49 passing, 342 yards in the air, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. That's on a day where the running game wasn't going crazy. Christian McCaffrey had 22 carries for 57 yards, 2.6 an attempt, which is terrible. Absolutely terrible. The second running back under B. Robinson had 5 for 12 for 2.4 an average. You know where I'm coming from? So this was an aerial assault that allowed them to win this game. That in defense. Shout outs to Mac Jones for having a competent coach that coaches up guys and don't use injuries as excuses. And the great thing is, as a Baltimore Ravens fan, how could you even use it as an excuse? Because we were already playing bad before the injuries. This is why I tried to tell y'all why the league did not want Lamar going to Shanahan. If Shanahan had Lamar, it's over. If, what's his name for the Rams coach? If he had Lamar, it's over. The problem with the Ravens is they've lived with nobody else is to really do their job because Lamar's going to do his job and more. That's a coaching problem. Just like when the Patriots used to walk into every field, what do you used to say on the wall? Do your job. Guys haven't been doing their job. They're like, well, it's okay. Lamar will make it work. I've heard Raven fans make excuses for that. Well, we paid him so much. That's the least he can do. I'm like, But you don't expect that from all the other quarterbacks, his contemporaries, right? To carry everything on his back. Run game, pass game, everything, coaching. He doesn't even have the offensive line to really air out the ball. And the weapons, those big-time receivers, everyone go, oh, yeah, one of the best receiver corps in the league now. Outside of DeAndre Hopkins, those other guys are not getting open like that. Which is what I've been trying to tell everybody. And mind you, I bring everything full circle, right? This is who was not practicing today for the Ravens. So we're looking at a plethora of players that most likely they're not going to play. None of those guys practice. Lamar, Patrick Ricard, Adafe Owe, Roquan Smith, Marlon Humphrey, Chidobe Awuzie, Kai Hamilton. At least Higgins is back. If Higgins was still on this list, that would mean all 3 of our starting cornerbacks would be down. Out of our 5 starting DBs, only 1, if he was still there, would be starting, and that'd be Starks. And Starks has not been good. Told you that was going to happen too. For at least the first 5 or 6 games. I already said that, so that didn't surprise me. He's a rookie. You have to expect rookie mistakes and growing pains. But yeah, this is why I always say there's levels to things. There's levels. Kyle Shanahan could see this and be like, all right, next man up. We got enough. It's fine. And if anybody compares Roquan Smith to Fred Warner again, we have a major problem. We know where the best linebacker resides, and it sure as heck is not in Baltimore. Change needs to happen. The crazy thing is I still think the Ravens win 10 or 11 games. I do. I really do. I really do. But this, alongside last night being compounded with, oh, we have so many injuries, poor us, poor us. Nobody cares that you have injuries. Nobody cares. Nobody. It's coaching's job to keep the team afloat until their stars and other people come back. To figure out ways to remain competitive. Has the defense looked competitive? No. Has the offensive line looked competitive? No. Special teams has been bad. If they looked competitive? No. The only bright spot on special teams has been the kicker, Loop. But everything else, everything else, terrible. Now we're hoping for Derrick Henry to come back, rush the ball. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to that ball, make the most of his touches and stuff like that. Because you're gonna get a healthy dose of Derrick Henry. But we're gonna get to see just how good the run blocking is with this O-line, without Patrick Ricard and without the threat of Lamar keeping guys honest because of his running ability. Because they know Cooper Rush ain't rushing to run anywhere. That's facts. See, that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand. I actually think with a line like this, Derrick Henry's going to get hit so many times in the backfield. I actually predict that Justice Hill and Keaton Mitchell will do better behind this line than Derrick Henry. Because they're going to hit Derrick Henry right at his knees, ankles, behind the line of scrimmage at least 7 times versus 10. They're going to bring the house to stop him. They're going to beat up to somebody else. And mind you, Stingley and them, they got an amazing cornerback duo and certain stuff like that could shut down our wide receivers. So it's going to be, I'm wondering how this game's going to go. I really am. And C.J. Stroud has been struggling, but all of these quarterbacks have had their best games versus the Ravens. Because the defense is literally giving no resistance. None. But I want y'all to see what real coaching looks like. No excuses. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Make the QB's job as easy as possible. Even though the run game wasn't great, they still stuck to the run. 22 attempts. Telling you, man, I get to a point sometimes where I look at this team and I say a lot of it is self-inflicted. It's totally self-inflicted. Totally. The question now is, where do we go from here? Because John Harbaugh's not going anywhere. He's not. Get used to him. But after seeing yesterday, I already didn't want to hear no excuses. But after seeing Mac Jones come out, throw for 300 plus yards, while his running game wasn't like tearing up the charts. No turnovers. Showed exactly what a coach is supposed to do. Hopefully, instead of throwing people under the bus, he gets to coaching. But we'll see. If it hasn't happened yet, it's not going to happen ever. So, you know what I'm saying? But definitely something I looked at. Definitely all these players that aren't practicing going to be a problem for us. But we'll see what happens on Sunday at 1 p.m. You know what I'm saying? But what do you guys think? Did Shanahan prove that he's so much a better coach than John Harbaugh? And did you guys see how well a backup can be used in an offense even when the run game isn't gangbusters? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please, all right? But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please remember, guys, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you haven't already done so, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., where we touch on all topics of sports, breakdowns, news, and a little bit of nostalgia trivia, where we cover stuff from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Guys, be there or be squared. Definitely worth it. Be a member, become a member to support. And if you want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and just stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is Nectar signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.
Oh!